Welcome into today's edition of Extra Time. Don is here. Ali, 18 times, Stevie.
What?
That's how many times you touch your glasses during the show.
Ooh. What? Somebody's counting?
What's happened?
Well, I've got new glasses.
They look nice. I like them.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, it should be. $700.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
hello.
Well, all right. You can afford it, Stevie. You're big
Making
time.
it rain.
Well, the problem is, when I got them the other day, and I thought I'll play safe and get to tighten them so they don't fall off.
Yep, that's always a good idea.
But then about 2 hours later, my head was killing me.
Oh.
It was really sore, top of my ears and all that.
Yeah.
So I went this morning and got them to loosen them.
Yes.
Now they're falling off.
Yeah, because every time you kind
Every time I
of
do that, I've got to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going back. The next chance I get, I
Okay.
get to tighten them just a little bit.
Yeah, you are.
It gets annoying after a while doing this.
Get them
Every time
lasered, Stevie. Get them
lasered. There you go.
I've had mine lasered.
No, I wouldn't
Best
let
thing I've
them
ever
in
done.
my eyes.
It's the best thing I've ever done. 10
Wow,
seconds
scared,
that
Stevie?
way.
Is that- yeah.
10
I'm too
seconds
scared,
that way.
Don, I'm too
It's
scared.
easy. It's easy. It's 10 seconds that way, 10 seconds that way. You wake up the next day, it's like your eyes have been washed. 30-year wash.
Oh, lovely. There you are, Stevie.
I'll take your word for it.
No,
easy.
nothing
No.
you'd be interested in?
No, I'm not.
What about contact lenses? You ever tried them?
Tried that.
What happened?
Can't get them in.
Oh, that's a problem.
Spent an hour and a half one night sticking my fingers in my eyes, and
Right.
eventually I just went like that.
You have got big sausage fingers
Yeah,
as well.
those are not.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
Those sausage fingers don't help any.
See, I'm all right with mine because I've got dainty little fingers and I can just stick it in and out.
I bend them.
That's it.
Bend.
Right, how are you, Don? You well?
I'm great. Fantastic. Busy this weekend. We've got Arsenal Sheffield Saturday, then the Don Derby, West Ham, Everton Sunday.
The Don
Napoli-
Derby, the only person who calls it that.
And then Napoli Milan, I think, Sunday night.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Stevie, who's more likely to get more Premier League goals this season, Son or Salah?
Salah.
Salah? What's the total at the moment? Do we know?
No. But
8 and 7.
well, if something happens to Maddison, you wonder where the supply's coming for.
Okay.
For Son.
Yes.
Whereas if, I mean, Salah supplies from 2 or 3 different areas. So
Okay.
That's why I said Salah,
Yeah.
not Son.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, hey, we're not talking about your glasses still. You don't have to get mad about it.
Salah?
Yeah, I'm going with Salah.
Salah, yep. Salah, Don?
Yeah, just.
Yep. Which players on the Spurs team are you most surprised with, Don?
Oh, good question. I think 2 of them. I think Pedro Porro and I think Romero at the back, because it takes me back to when Newcastle beat them 6-1 last season and Newcastle were 5 up inside 21 minutes and they looked an absolute shambles. And the improvement in those 2, I think, has been remarkable.
Van de Ven.
Van de Ven?
Yeah.
What about the goalie?
Yeah, that too. Vicario.
Vicario.
Yeah.
Vicario, yeah.
He's been fantastic. He just looks the part.
Stevie, why doesn't Klopp play Endo in the centre defence and midfield role and let McAllister play more freely like he did at Brighton?
Because I don't think he fancies them right now.
Oh, dear.
I don't think. I guess all the managers use that. Well, he hasn't quite settled in yet. You know, he's still learning the way we play.
Okay, he's 30 though, isn't he?
It doesn't matter. Because I don't think too many people would argue that to have Slobodan and McAllister further up would be better.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, he can afford to have McAllister a little deeper because they are pretty good still at going forward. But as I said, I don't think he trusts Endo. I think that's probably a better word. He doesn't trust him yet to start him and have the other 2 further up.
Obligatory percentage question for Don. What are the chances Spurs are top of the league at Christmas?
I mean, we mentioned the tough 6 fixtures they've got coming up. Top, I'd probably say 20%.
20%? 5 and 0 at the top of the moment. Ali?
Lower.
Lower? What percent?
15.
15. Stevie?
I'll probably go with Don.
Yeah, 20? We
I
happy with
think
20?
20's a good shout.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, lovely. Was there any team against whom you always tend to perform really well and look forward to that fixture?
Newcastle.
Oh, really?
Always played well against you, sir.
Well, you got a hat-trick
I
against
got a
Newcastle.
hat-trick against them, I got a brace against them.
Oh.
I scored other times at St James's in particular. Created chances at St James's in particular. So yeah, for me, Newcastle always played well against Newcastle.
Don, would you have been at those games?
What year, Stevie? What year? What year are we talking?
Oh, the first one would be 84.
Yeah, I'd have probably been there on the
Last
Gallagher
20 minutes to set up a goal.
There you go.
And the following appearance, the following year, I scored the first goal. It was a big toe.
Yeah.
Through the,
You have got big feet.
big toe through the
You've
goal.
seen those feet.
So I'd have been 13, 14 watching you then, Stevie, on the Gallagher end.
Aye.
Oh.
Beautiful. There we are. Nice memories.
Yep.
Making a little Don cry.
And as we now know, Don would have been wearing glasses back then because he got laser.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Good observation.
I'm just saying.
There you are. Beautiful. Ali?
DC United.
Yes.
And I have no idea why, and particularly DC United away.
That's Seb's team, isn't it?
That is Seb, but maybe that's why.
Yeah, made him cry.
If that meant that Sebi was crying, then yes, I took great pleasure in that. And RFK Stadium, in particular, at their stadium is where I play the best.
Is that where the raccoons are?
That is correct. That stadium is now falling apart, but hey.
Do you know, it was a great.
While I was there, it was great.
It was a great place to play.
Yes.
But out with the field,
That was
the
weird.
place was a shambles.
Ooh.
I mean, you really had to be careful on the way from the field to the dressing rooms. You didn't slip and break your neck because there was leaks everywhere.
Oh no.
So when you were when you were coming out for the game, go back in and back out and then back in at half time, you had to be really careful on the wooden, because the wooden steps.
Yeah.
And they were all soggy and slimy. And as I said, there was leaks everywhere, so there was always water.
Oh, it sounds
And
like Old
moldy,
Trafford.
there was a moldy smell.
Oh,
Moldy
the smell. You know the mouldy smell?
Yeah, I know the moldy smell.
But the field itself was brilliant.
The surface was great.
Yeah, it was always a good place. The surface. Always
It's a World Cup stadium, RFK Stadium. It's a World
a
Cup
good
stadium.
atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
But out with it, oh my, what a disaster.
I don't think I've heard you say out with so much.
I beg your pardon.
I know, I like it, Stephen. Don, who did you like to play against?
Spurs, White Hart Lane. Just no particular reason. I scored the winner there for West Ham once, but every time I went there as a player, you just like being in that environment, like being at White Hart Lane, like a classy club, great stadium. Spurs over the years always played the right games. You were never like going down to somewhere like Wimbledon or Palace where you've got to roll your sleeves up and have a fight. You always knew when you played against Tottenham you were in for a good game. Whether you won or lost, it was always going to be enjoyable. So I think Tottenham.
Spurs. I always remember Spurs programme, right?
Yes.
It was like a brochure where you could buy stuff.
Okay.
You know when you get magazines through the door?
Yes,
And
normally on a
thing-
Sunday, isn't it?
And it's and the piece of paper that you fill in to buy stuff always
Yes.
used to fall out.
Yes.
That's what happened with the programmes. You'd be sitting in the dressing room and all these bits of paper were falling out because they were trying to, every second page they were trying to sell something.
Wow, what an interesting memory.
Honestly, I was like that.
Oh, did you ever purchase anything?
Yes. Did you fill in a
Absolutely did not.
I wonder why Alan Sugar's worth about 200 billion.
Yeah,
Oh, there we are.
exactly.
This is an interesting question, Ali.
Okay.
Who's been the most surprising player in La Liga this season?
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, Fermin Lopez is one.
Yes.
In a very short term, Mark Yu is one.
Yes. Bellingham's got to be in that conversation.
Wait, but I don't know that. Look, I think
Yamal?
early contributions from Lamine Yamal, of course. Bellingham, the productivity of Jude Bellingham has been a surprise.
Yes.
Not that he's playing well, it's the fact that he's scoring as many goals as he has, and then in fact Real Madrid has needed those goals because Rodrigo wasn't scoring, because Vinicius hasn't been scoring, and it has been Jude Bellingham, and it has been his responsibility to take it on. And not only has he taken that on, he's actually scoring a bunch of goals, and now we're actually surprised when he doesn't score. That's sort of what this level of productivity has taken us to with Jude Bellingham. So in that regard, I take your point, Jude Bellingham in terms of his productivity. But I'm going to stick with Fermin Lopez.
And then Girona, just a whole,
We had Girona, of course, and
a whole package.
I've never seen you do that before, Dan. Ooh.
Oh, out with.
Out with the studio.
I wasn't saying it in a nasty way, Stevie.
Of course you were.
I wasn't.
There's always something when
Wow.
your
Wow.
statements.
Wow.
There's always a little something somewhere.
Look, just because you've wasted $700 on those glasses that don't fit.
Seems to be a
See what I mean? Right? No. See, now the true colours come out. Because earlier he went, oh, I think they're very nice.
I do think...
Two-faced. Absolutely, you were just two-faced.
I do like them.
No, you've just told me to look at the state of them.
No, I did not say that. I said you spent $700 on glasses that don't fit.
Yeah.
You're saying that he has an agenda.
It's on.
He has an agenda.
Yeah.
Get the lasers. Where are the lasers?
There's always something under.
An undercurrent.
Never an undercurrent. We've had a nice. I mean, Ali spent a nice day today together. No undercurrent.
Yeah.
You come in, throwing your undercurrents out with. Don, what is that pic? Oh, who sent this in? What's the picture over your shoulder above the Maradona picture? Looks like the old Wembley.
Which one? Where we go? It is. Well, it is, isn't it? It's when I scored the goal against England. It's took from a sort of helicopter shot. It's amazing. Let me just get it up there. Come on, let's have a look at it. There we go.
God.
Look. Great picture. Everyone's in shot. Beckham, Tony Adams, Scholesy, Shearer. Everyone's in shot there.
What's the relevance of that win?
Well, we won 1-0 and scored the winner.
So you went through.
No, we won 1-0. I scored the winner.
But then what happened in Scotland?
See,
Don't worry,
little
don't worry.
sneak, little steak.
What's that?
Don, it's a little smarmy dig at you because he knows that we got knocked out.
Yeah, it's
an aggregate. So he's giving it. Oh, Don, what's the significance?
Well, it's just it.
Well, underneath his head, he's going.
Well, it's basically it's a frame of a consolation goal. That's what it is.
No, it's the winner. No, it's the winner.
No, over two legs, it's not.
No, it's the winner. 1-0.
If it's Champions League over two legs, you wouldn't have that framed.
I would if we won 1-0. I scored the winner.
You scored.
Don, have you ever scored the winner at Wembley?
Of course I have.
There you go, see?
There you are.
Yeah.
Well, with a caveat.
And in Germany and in Bremen. Where else do you want to name? Bremen. Germany, Scotland.
See,
Germany,
Don, we were with you, and then you took it to a different level, Don.
Okay.
That's the levels I take it to, Ali.
There's a second part to this question, which I'm not sure if it's a burglar or anyone. Stevie, where do you keep your European Cup Champions League medal?
I'll tell you what it is. It's in the basement,
Right.
under stuff.
Burglar.
Under stuff. What sort of stuff?
I can't remember.
It's not in your
Well,
background?
we're going to. So I used to have it out.
Yes.
Along with my other stuff.
Yes.
So I have like a little thing. It's about that size, about 12 by 12, right? And all the major medals are in it.
I think I've seen that, haven't I?
Ah.
Is that your place, yeah?
So we're going on holiday, and I thought, in case somebody,
But it's somewhere safe, under the duvet in the basement.
in case somebody breaks in. So I stuck it in the basement
Right.
about 8 years ago.
But if you're thinking of breaking in, you should see the size of Stevie's dog.
Yes, think twice.
Yes. Yeah, very.
Or 3 times.
Yes.
yeah, he's a quiet little 150 pounds.
Yeah, he weighs about the same as me, old haggis, doesn't he?
Take a chance if you want.
On that one, Dan.
That's right.
Dan, on that one, I had a pal
Yes.
of mine who had a really, really expensive watch worth about 50, 60 grand. And he didn't want to put it in his house in the most obvious places. So he put it in the, like in a coffee mug, like where the coffee grains were used. It was finished. And he put it in there because he thought no one will ever look in a coffee mug, a coffee sort of jar.
Yes.
Threw it away, didn't he?
When you say mate, Don, is this one of your stories again?
No, I promise it's not me. It's a
I
good friend
heard
of
it
mine.
from somebody.
No, I promise you, it's a good friend of mine. Good friend of mine done that. He's trying to be a little bit clever. So he didn't want to put it in the sort of obvious places where burglars might have looked. So he thought, I'll put it in an empty coffee jar because I know it's there. A burglar's not going to go and make himself a cup of coffee. But he forgot months and months down the line, and he's seen it empty, and he threw it in the bin.
Wow. Was it Jason McAteer?
It wasn't.
I believe that is it. That brings us to the end of today's show. We will be back tomorrow to reflect on El Clasico, plus look ahead to Manchester United against Manchester City in the Premier League.